So when playing Another Eden, there are some things that I didn't learn as early as I would have liked to, and these are some of those things that I wanted to pass on now. So pick up all the sparkly items. It takes just a quick tap as you walk by, and there is no downside. There's no inventory limit, and you only have money and materials to gain in the process. Now these spots respawn in about an hour, and some of them have rare items that you'll need for your next weapon or armor piece, so keep an eye out and take notes on where these rare spots are. Pillage. Yes, go through every house and ransack their private stashes. Now these don't respawn, so you won't have to go back and check, but you'll find some useful items. And with the treasure chests, grab them all. They contain materials, weapons, and armor. It's a no-brainer. So save your crystals until you have 1,000. You'll get to summon 10 times, and it will guarantee at least a 4-star summon, and every now and again a 5-star summon. And it won't take long to get that many from just following your story, and you'll be gathering friends along the way that should keep you safe until then. You'll also get crystals for achievements under your rewards section, so make sure you go in there and collect those as you get them. Now every day you get a few crystals from the cat delivery service, so make sure and grab them. And also each day, if you tap into the dreams or summoning section and tap on the spot to buy more crystals, you'll have a spot to get 10 free every day. Now during events, there are some other goodies that'll come along, so stay in the know and don't miss out. Dungeons. Before any dungeon exploration, visit an inn or the tree in the space-time rift. Get healed up and make sure you have your food. And I can't stress this enough, finish the dungeons. If you're on a crunch for time, do something else. Don't rush. There's no downside to clearing all the enemies, which is 5 battles per floor, grabbing all the treasure chests, and killing the horrors if you're strong enough. You'll be stocking up on materials for weapons and money that you'll want to have later on. And save your food before the boss if you can, to be at full strength. Now rushing through and not clearing is just going to short you on the materials and the experience. And since you're only allotted a certain number of tickets a day, you won't be using them to their full potential. Now for dungeon maps and maps in general, a dead end isn't always necessarily a dead end. I found that times where I felt lost and there was no place to go, that I had to just walk down a pathway a little bit further. Now in the world maps, there'll be hidden pathways that lead to treasure chests, but in dungeons, the maps sometimes leave a little gray area to let you know that the path goes further, and other times they do not. Sometimes it looks like it's a dead end until you actually physically walk into the area and the map unfolds a little more. And after dungeons, you'll occasionally get a white key. Use it then. They don't stack, and if you have one in your possession, you waste a chance of gaining another one after you complete the dungeon. So for allies, spend some time researching your allies and summoned allies. Some can only ever be upgraded to 4 stars, while others can unlock 5 stars through stories and quests. The story quests and upgrades, like Aldo for instance, have a much lower item requirement than your summoned 5-star ally cost upgrades. Believe me, chant scripts are not fun to grind out, so use your time and resources wisely. And yes, if you're wondering, Aldo does obtain a 5-star rating, as do a handful of others you can obtain through story progress, so don't ever feel like you're never going to see a 5-star character. And on that note, finish the Persona 5 event as soon as you possibly can. You obtain 2 party members that are 5 stars to start out. And if you're able, waste as little time as possible you can leveling up those 3-star generic summons you get. So for quests, this may be something I should have seen early on, but I missed. Most characters have skills locked behind quests. Now in the specific character status screen, there is a tab for quests. This will show you what quests you've completed and which is the next quest and a level suggestion or requirement. If you're ever at a loss for how to unlock that skill, check here. And on the same note, unlock those skills. Do the quest as soon as you can. You'll appreciate your newfound ability, and if you're doing it at the appropriate level, the experience gain will be helpful. Another small tidbit on quests, when you tap into the quest log and a specific quest, it will show a small map in the corner of the quest text. Now you can actually click on that map and it will take you to the location if you've already discovered it. There's no need to back out of the quest log and open the map. And the last little thing, in your records log, underneath catalog, it'll have your weapons, your armor, materials, cats, and fish. Now, if you're not near a blacksmith and you're forgetting what you need to upgrade your next weapon or craft your next weapon that you've discovered, you can click into any item, be it the weapon or the armor, and it'll break down into the material list that you need, and you can click on the material to see where it comes from. Now underneath the materials tab, it will list every material you've discovered at any point in time. So if you know what you're looking for material wise, you can click on any of those materials and it will also direct you on where you can obtain them again. So those are just a few of the things that I wish I had known from the outset, and hopefully some of this information is helpful to those of you just starting out. And so for my next video, I'm a little bit ashamed to admit that for the first time, I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core on the PSP. I wanted to get a little bit of refreshing before the Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out. As I understand, there will be a few characters from Crisis Core that show up in that game, and I'd like to know my backstory before I get into it. So anyways, thank you again, and we'll see you guys next time.